Good morning. It is February 7th. I thought I would have to wait like a minimum couple of months, but Wings of Starlight is downloaded on my Kindle and mysteriously appeared on my Kindle. I don't know how. I'm so excited to finally read this. If you are not aware, this follows Queen Clarion from the Tinkerbell movies. She's basically the leader of the fairies. One of my favorite movies, which is Secret of the Wings. We get a little side love story in that movie, and it's between Queen Clarion and the leader of the winter fairies, which is Lord Milroy. That movie came out I think 2011, 2012, around that time. I was like 8 or I was young. Their story gets resolved in the movie. I will say this now, this reading vlog will contain spoilers because you have no idea how long I've been waiting for this story. They were my Romeo and Juliet before I even learned about Romeo and Juliet. The Tinkerbell movies were literally my favorite thing from Disney. I was obsessed with the Tinkerbell movies. I played Pixie Hollow every single day until it was shut down. Fly to Your Heart by Selena Gomez was my karaoke song. If there are no Tinkerbell fans, Pixie Hollow fans, I'm 2 chapters in because I literally could not wait. But yeah, this story is basically more backstory on Queen Clarion and Lord Milroy, who is the love interest. If you're watching this, there's a pretty good chance you already read the book or not. Either way, this is going to be filled with spoilers because I cannot contain myself, as you can tell, about this book, and I would just love to talk about it. Oh, I also want to ask, if you are a big fan of the Tinkerbell movies, I want to ask you guys your favorite fairy growing up. Mine was always changing. Obviously, I love Silver Mist, but I also love Fawn, and I love Rosetta. I wanted to be Rosetta growing up, but I also love Iridessa's anxious personality because I'm always anxious. I also resonate with Vidya's attitude most of the time. But yeah, I literally cannot contain my excitement. I really feel like my inner child is defrosting. To record before I really finish the book because I have a feeling I'm gonna finish this in one day. Feels so surreal having this in my hands. It really feels like a daze. I'm so grateful to be fangirling about this world again because it was such an escapism to me when I was a kid, and now again as an adult it's such a weird homecoming. But I just finished chapter 12. I'm 136 pages out of 302. We learned that Queen Clarion, Queen in Training, is a star, and it's her point of view. She goes through meetings, trainings, everything. She's very doubtful of her skills and confidence leading the fairies, but all the characters we interact with don't sense it at all, so I really like that realism. She's also very doubtful of her skills. There's also times where Clarion wishes she was not the queen in training or princess because of how fairies treat her, until we meet Milroy, and this is because there's been a creature that's been destroying Pixie Hollow and attacking fairies. This creature is called the Nightmares, I believe, and they're from the winter side. Clarion is not only disobeying Petra, who is her supervisor slash mentor slash queen of the fairies right now, but she is also disobeying the rule of not crossing winter, interacting with winter. Basically it's forbidden to cross a respective side. A warm fairy can't go to the winter, a winter fairy can't go to the warm side, and this is for everyone's safety, blah blah blah. It's dangerous. I was pleasantly surprised though. I don't remember which chapter, but I did sense a vibe. Clarion's friend, who happens to be a tinker, and Clarion's guard, but I didn't think Disney would go that route because Disney tends to be very ambiguous when it comes to gay slash sapphic love stories. So I'm shockingly happy that they pulled through. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the story. I know going into this book, this is gonna have a sad ending with the two characters not ending up together, and we know that in the movies. I know it's gonna be a sad ending, so I'm trying to prepare myself, but I think I'm still in the stage of like, I'm so excited that I'm reading this book and that it's like such a long time coming that it's not really like hitting yet. Maybe I'm in denial, I don't know. Not as excited to finish this book now that I'm feeling the calm before the storm. Pink has faded so much that it literally looks like my skin color. Like, I forgot to mention, or maybe I mentioned it, I just don't remember. When we went to the winter side to try and learn to defeat the nightmares spell or whatever, we get introduced to the Keeper, who's also in the Tinkerbell movies, which is really cool. It's a really cool callback, making me really want to rewatch the Secret of the Wings movie, which I think I will after I finish the book, just so I can like marinate my thoughts. I do know it's gonna be a sad ending with the couple not being together, so watching that movie will probably help, because I'm already feeling the unfortunate end, which I know is eventually gonna come. I think it's like the worst part is like, you know what the ending is and you don't know how it gets there, so it's just like you're waiting for the inevitable, and when it comes, it's not gonna come any easier because you know the ending, which sucks. We're at the part of the story where things are slowly getting resolved. The amount of times like I've kicked my feet giggling because of these two is actually so unbearable that at the point like I literally had to remind myself it's gonna be a sad ending, it's gonna be a sad ending, and the more I felt giddy, the more times I felt hopeful that it's gonna be a good ending. Like, I know it's not going to be. I just finished chapter 19, so they do get caught kissing after so much angst and finally getting together and then ignoring their feelings. It's so like, after Clarion finally can control her magic and everything, Clarion finally trapped the nightmares from attacking more fairies. It seemed like a happy ending, which obviously it's not going to be. The only other solution we need to find or really resolved is the fairies that were under the spell and got attacked. They're still not waking up. She also has like 1 more week until she gets crowned the next queen. As you can tell, it's finally hitting me that this is probably gonna make me depressed because it's gonna be so sad. So it doesn't help the fact that there's so much foreshadowing with Wings and them wanting to skate and have this life together, even though they're not going to be, at least right now. There's so much foreshadowing enforcing the forbidden rule of not crossing winter and not crossing the warm side. Like, there's these like so many like little cracks that are like starting. The water's finally gonna, I don't know what analogy I'm going for, but it's coming. Like, I know the worst is gonna come, and I'm so nervous because you know in the Tinkerbell movies his wings get breaks. I have a feeling it's gonna break when he's trying to save Clarion somehow. I don't know, but the only person crossing is her to the winter side, so her wings are fine. I don't know, I'm just so nervous to finish it. I think I'm gonna finish it in the next couple of days, so hopefully once I do, I can conclude my rating, my first impression rating, and then I'm gonna marinate my thoughts, because usually I don't really have that much initial thoughts right when I finish the books, but we'll see. This is the most fairy-ish top I have. First of all, I hated Petra for ratting out Clarion to Evelina, but she redeemed herself for having good intentions. There was a blizzard in winter. Everyone is trying to stop the nightmares from attacking since they escaped. This whole time I was waiting for the pin to drop. This is when we find out Milroy pretty much risks his life to save Clarion, which also is the reason to reinforce the forbidden rule to not cross each other's seasons. She doesn't want to endanger anyone else or anyone else to lose a wing. And this dialogue and this writing, I think it was chapter 23, it was so well done. I did not expect to be this, and this is like a first-person book as well, and you really feel her contradicting feelings, but also the love she feels for her people, but also for Milroy. This story like tethered my heartstrings so many times, especially when Milroy mentioned he saw her star fall, basically like when she was born, and he wished upon that star, and I just lost it. The longing, the angst, my heart like actually like burned. Like, it is a little bit like bittersweet. Clarion is officially the queen, the seasons are united, and Lord Milroy is part of Clarion's council, meaning the winter and warm season help each other out. Another cool callback, because I remember in the beginning of Secret of the Wings, that was the opening scene. I really did not expect the pen game to be this good. Like, it really felt like traditional YA writing, very tangible. It really felt like I was going back to Pixie Hollow. I loved how the story also built up support characters and their relationships. I am a little bummed that since I finished the story, that means I can't go back. You know, there's not much more material about this world. Hopefully there will be once more people read and rave about it. My final rating is 4 out of 5 stars. If you haven't read this book yet, please go grab a copy and let me know your thoughts. I'm going to be rewatching the movie again and probably some shorts just to make myself feel better. I think in a weird way I love traumatizing books because, or sad books, sorry. I don't know why I said traumatizing, that's a little dramatic. But I tend to gravitate towards sad books because those are the books I tend to remember and really sit with me. I think that's why I really love this story. But yeah, please comment down below if you guys have read this books and what your thoughts are. I would love to read all about them. Thanks for watching again. Please comment down below any book recommendations for me, and I'll see you guys next time.